So there is, so to what Nelson was saying, there is like some truth that feminine women can be soft targets for predators. And I think everybody has laid it out that that's
Yes.
what you were saying. But
Yeah.
it's weird though, because look at what it actually does for men that aren't predators. Men seek to protect feminine women and women, but it's not to say that women who get abused for being feminine or feel like they're too soft should turn into abrasive masculine types of women, because those women invite conflict. So it's a trade-off with both. If you want the protection of good men, you should seek to remain feminine, because once you become abrasive and combative, you invite conflict from men too. So that's not safe either. No, everybody here has a general consensus that we don't want to see anything happen to women. I ain't no goddamn predator. I got daughters. Marcus got daughters. Everybody, people got kids, and we don't want to see that happen to women. We're not gonna use the generalization statement again, but just let's interpret, like when we're saying things, I think that we've broken it down the way it needed to be broken down. Predators are terrible. They do prey on women, and if that's what you meant, Andrea, we accept your
Let me
conclusion
say this
on it.
real quick.
Hold on. Ali, you said it already. Bring me in real quick so I can end this.
Wait.
All right, let MLG go.
Hold on.
I'm gonna let y'all close it out, ladies.
Let go. Wait, let me just say
That's not what I said,
seconds.
bro. Like,
hold up.
I
didn't go yet.
I was talking. I
didn't go yet.
And I'm a lady. Ladies should go first. It's 10 seconds. Y'all act like ladies.
But I didn't even go yet.
To talk. I heard ladies were the talkative ones. But listen, if I say that trees are green, common sense would tell you I'm not talking about all trees, because there are brown trees, there are yellow trees, there are blue trees. Common sense, but the majority,
blue trees.
It's silent. It's called silent. So when we're having these adult conversations, it gets so exhausting when we have to say not all men. Because when you say women are children, I didn't say not all women. I didn't give a fuck, because I know it don't pertain to me. So if you all can get that through your head so we can progress in the conversation and actually have a EQ and an IQ, I talk with some sense. Like, I'm tired of these asinine conversations where you're talking about, oh, you said this, and rewinding to go on words instead of finding the resolution to predators in our community who are terrorizing you and us.
So,
all right. So
let me go ahead.
Let me just say that I was trolling for a second, but I googled blue trees, and there seems to be some blue trees.
You talking about some?
Let Trev get in here. Trev didn't get a chance to speak.
I never went. Hold on. I gotta say this.
Trev, you gonna close it out for us? You got it.
Okay.
Freaking Mike, I never said predator, so I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, I'm not. I wasn't even talking about you specifically.
Andrea,
you agree.
Calm down. So look. The reason why I acted a fool earlier is due to the fact that feminine women usually get suppressed by people on the panel. Okay, that's one. So the feminine women being looked at as a weaker vessel is a problem. Okay, they get talked over, they get shut down because they have smart, like low, dainty voices, and a loud, boisterous woman would literally, like, she would. Just like Jasmine as an example. I keep like, Jasmine, you got something to say? Because Jasmine is the like lower voice of the whole panel, right? So the reason why I acted a fucking fool is mainly because of Jasmine. Because Ali said something, she got shut down. Then Andrea said something, she got shut down. And then Jasmine, I was like, Jasmine, you think the same thing too? And she said, yeah. And no. And I was like, whoa, what we doing? Because as a masculine man, just as a protector, period, is not always protecting a burglar from kicking in the door. It's protecting women's voices when they actually feel like they're being shut down and they have a point. Now, they're just babbling about dumb shit. That's one thing, but they had a valid point. And all the women on the panel had the same perspective. And I'm like, yo, let's hear what they have to say, because this is interesting. All three of them think the same way. And y'all niggas like, nah, we don't. I was about to lead the panel, but I had to calm myself down and say, you know what? Let me respect authority, women, respect authority. He's the moderator of the panel. Let me shut the hell up. and I'll revisit this later. Just like y'all get in an argument with your boyfriend, shut the fuck up and revisit it later like I did with Trigger Mike.
Yeah, I may be the moderator, but I have struggled in my whole professional career to get you to shut the hell up when I'm talking. That was a whole lot. All right. My man Trev, close it out for us, bro.
Gotcha. So, first off, I just want everyone to understand that under no circumstances would I ever want women to be taken advantage of in any capacity, right? I have a wife, I have a sister, I have a daughter. I believe in protecting women, right? The issue that I had was just the rhetoric that was displayed towards men, right? I protect men too, right? And some people may think it's weird for me to stand up for men and maybe think that I take it personally. But no, if somebody says something, hold up, dog. You like, I'm trying to.
It's my turn. It is. You told me it was my turn.
Just hold on a second. Let me just get this out real quick. So even if, you know what I'm saying, you lose my train of thought. So you said you protect men. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear people say things that are bad. Like you talking about men, that's fine. If it's something that's true, that's fine. But we can't give out blanket statements just to say, all right, when you say men, if you just say men, regardless of how you feel about it, guess what? When you get on a pet, hold on. I'm not done. I ain't interrupt anybody. I ain't say a word. So could everybody just calm down for like a second so I could
But you're
get this
arguing
out?
Against a point that's not being made.
Hold on, you got to let him.
I'm not done. I'm not done.
Y'all gotta let him finish.
Listen, regardless of how I felt, listen, I thought what you said was trash too.
Yo, y'all gotta let him finish and before y'all get y'all rebuttal.
That's all I'm saying. Like y'all can't even respect what it is that I'm saying.
We didn't say
everything that y'all talk about. Just what you're doing right now is the same thing you complain about. You complain about people trying to shut you down. I don't do that to anybody on this panel, but you can't even give me a minute and a half of respect. That's crazy.
You keep saying I said that Andrea said something. I said.
Who said?
Who said you said anything?
Who said that's it?
Because
you said you're not gonna.
I'm not even talking about you.
We gotta let him finish.
I'm not even talking about you. Stop making this about
finish,
you because I wasn't even addressing you. I wasn't even talking to you.
You addressed my point.
That's all I'm saying.
You addressed my point.
I didn't address you. I didn't address your point.
Y'all will get a chance to rebut after he.
Y'all gotta calm down for a second. Just calm down for a second. Can you like contain yourself for just a moment? That's it. So all I'm saying is that if nobody's I'm trying to finish my point, but you can't put yourself on mute for a second just for me to get it out. That's it. All I'm trying to say is that if I hear something that I think is bogus, I'm going to call it. If we want to talk in front of people, you want to be on a panel and talk about relationships or whatever that is in front of thousands of people that are going to witness it, then there comes responsibility with that. You have to be wary of what it is that you're going to say. So when you're giving out bad information, that's a problem. Regardless of how laborious you might feel it is, you have to be like that when you're on a panel talking in front of thousands of people. You have to be responsible for what it is that comes out of your mouth. So yes, if it means that you have to be specific and say some men sometimes, then yes, I make sure I always make a conscious effort to do it myself. So everybody is responsible for doing that when you're speaking in front of thousands of people. It is what it is. It's not that difficult. You just have to be specific about what you're talking about. And I don't want people to.
You, Trev, and you keep saying blanket statement. We clarify we're not talking about all, and we want you to address the issue. We want to know the resolution, which you could never get to because you are too stuck protecting men. Remember, you said you're protecting these predators that we called predators. We said these men that we're talking about are predators, and you said, well, they're not all. Okay, let's talk about the some then. We're gonna.
No, you said
no,
men are.
hold on,
You said
hold on,
men
You're
are
dismissing
predators.
again, bro.
That's
No, stop it.
that's
Let
that's
me
what you're
You're
doing.
dismissing, bro.
That, see, you
Trev,
keep doing it, and you
That
You're
was
keep
never
doing it.
said.
You said men are
That was
predators.
never
That's what I have a
Trev,
problem with. That's the point that I never had a chance to address.
And yes, and since
Ali, Ali, you
I
didn't let
said
him finish his
some,
statement.
I
bro.
Ali,
said,
you
got
didn't
it.
let
it's a
him finish.
question. I want him to
Ali,
answer.
you have to let him finish before you interrupt.
And I
You
want
have to
him
let him
finish.
finish. After he finishes, you can ask your
I'm
question.
asking
He
a
done.
question.
After he
He's
finished, you
done.
can let him.
He's the
And he
fuck
wants
done.
to hear
After
the
he
question.
finished, you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
ask your question.
He's
You know
done.
what,
He's saying the
Sweeney?
same
You
shit
act
over
like
and
a
over again.
Ali,
He can
stop.
say it as long as he
All right.
can until he gets his
Whatever I
statement.
wanted to do with my time is what I wanted to do with my
So
time.
let him finish the statement.
Ali, stop. Stop.
Nigga filibustering. You done said the same shit 3
Hey,
times.
you
And
stop
I
too.
have
Stop.
a question for Trev. If whenever
Can y'all
he
stop?
gets
Let
ready.
the man finish
All right,
and ask
You
the
know
question
what?
after he
He's
finishes.
You
done.
know what?
He's
Ali,
He's
go
done.
ahead and
Nigga,
ask.
fuck
Go
it
ahead
up.
and
He's
ask your
done.
question, but I want to be able to answer it without interruption. Go ahead and ask your question up.
Thank you. That's all I wanted. I want to
Go ahead,
ask
Ali.
you a question. The question is, so since we gave our experiences and we might not have said most men, and you all want to spend an hour going on how we should have said most, let us go ahead. And I don't want to hear you all say it again. We're changing it to most or some. So you guys can get off that. And we're asking you for resolutions to the sum of the men that are predators and terrorizing Black women and Black men. We want resolutions. You all like to stick on semantics instead of giving resolutions. So I changed it to some, Your Highness. Your Highness, some men, not all. Let's say 15%. I'm going to take it down 33% from 50 to 15. So let's go ahead. The 15% of these men are terrorizing us. What's the resolution? Since you all like to talk so much, give me the resolution.
Not 15% of men.
So look,
no.
so what you have to do is control what you can control, right? So do you want to hear about women or men first? I'll start with the men.
What?
Any man that I ever see on some nonsense, I stop it. I encourage men how to treat women better, how to appreciate women, how to love women. That's what I do in my spare time. I do that. Women, what you can do because it behooves you to is protect yourself. You have to be careful about what type of men you give your energy to, right? If this has happened to you before, then you have to develop some type of discernment just for your own sake. When you see that men are not treating you properly, you have to dead it right away. You have to pay attention to the signs. You have to pay attention to the red flags and avoid those men at
I really
all
want
costs.
to know what you all as men are going to
How you going to interrupt this man mid-sentence? He's just asked you.
That's what
Can
she
you
do.
give him the space to answer the question?
I'm elaborating, Sweeney. This between me and him. I want to know, you giving
Keep
us the
muting y'all so he can
resolution.
finish getting
We
his
know
statement
what
off.
we should be doing. We want to know what you are going to do about it.
That
and
was
also,
actually the question.
what are you going to do to protect us?
He was
If
literally
anything.
answering the question.
He wasn't. He was talking
Yeah,
about how they
Ali-
can protect
Ali-
themselves.
He couldn't finish his statement
That-
to even get done.
I'm not saying that he didn't answer the question. This is not a debate or an argument. I'm asking him a follow-up question, which people do.
You got to let him finish a question, answer the question before you ask a follow-up. He wasn't even done before you jumped in.
You're raising your voice and you sounded like Mariah Carey.
Okay, that's fair, but you got to
and
let
sing
people
the song.
finish.
You sound like
Jesus
Mariah
Christ.
Carey.
Let the man
singing,
finish.
Merry Little
You
Christmas.
asked for a solution. You don't even want to let him finish. Let the
He
nigga
was
finish.
finished making his point about what he do for me, and he started making the point about what his
So
opponent
y'all
did.
go-
He started with his
He
Captain
wanted to
Saber
elaborate
Man
He
shit.
started.
The
He
first thing
never
I
finished.
started
He
with the
started
men.
with the
There's
Captain
only
Saber
but so
Man
much. there's-
shit. He's Captain
Yeah,
Saber
like what?
Man, remember?
That was the first thing that I said. Any man that I see, I will stop it in any way that I can. There's not very much
How?
that we can do to identify the predators.
So what does
if
that
we don't
look
know,
like?
if we don't know who it is, what do you mean? What's that look like? You
Bro,
talk to
you don't know
people,
what it
like I
looks
said
like?
in the beginning.
You don't know what it looks like?
Well, what did you
Are you
do?
listening?
Get
Are
your
you listening
get
to
your
what I'm saying?
complete thought out. I'm trying to create a environment
So
for you to
listen
say your
to
complete
listen
thought.
listen
I'm
listen
trying
to
to mute
listen
and
to what I'm
get
saying.
it all done.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
If I see it, I call it out. I stop it. I encourage men to love women better. I am teaching my children, my peers, anybody that I encounter how to treat women better. how to love women, how to respect women, how to get married instead of just abusing women, right? That's what I do. But as far as you meeting the men, it behooves you to take on that responsibility as well, because you're the one that has to be protected. The women that are in my immediate life, I can protect. I can't protect the world. I'm not Batman or Superman. But anybody who I see that's on some nonsense, I'm going to stop it in its tracks. I won't allow it. I believe in protecting women, but women are going to be the ones who are encountering these men. You're going to see these men like I'll never see these men. So, of course, the responsibility is more on women to avoid these men, because there's only but so much we can do if I'm not in your immediate space.